And we're back with the sports block. We missed the first couple of plays. It is now 3rd and 4, ball in the 25. I'm now joined up here with Kevin Brunson for a state baseball champion, and we're ready to get the second half underway.
Ray drops back to pass, breaks tackle, airs the ball out, and it's incomplete, just over the head of the receiver.
And, you know, so far from the Garner side, there hasn't been very many deep passes. I mean, most of their game has been pitches, inside handoffs, and quick passes to the outside. So maybe trying to get some new looks on this Middle Creek defense, maybe trying to spread them out a little bit. As Middle Creek has forced the 4th and 4, Garner's going to punt it away.
Number 15, Gabe Cooper, on the return. Short punt. Gabe's going to let it bounce, and he's just going to get away from it. Ball will be down at the 35-yard line where the Mustangs will start their drive.
And, you know, Middle Creek has been starting a majority of their drives from their 20 or even behind their 20, so this is, I guess, good field possession for them in terms of how they've been going so far this game.
Yeah, and David's really on point tonight, so, you know, these few extra yards that they're getting can really boost his confidence.
And, yeah, you know, David Salmon, he's a senior this year. I'd say last year his major problem was interceptions, and so far he's thrown very little interceptions.
Number 4, Devon Johnson finds a big hole, gets to the sideline, where he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That is just another huge run by Devon Johnson. He's been absolutely busting him out this entire game. He's been able to find holes, break free. And so far, I think that's put him over the 100-yard mark in rushing so far
definitely.
this game.
Oh, nice.
Salmon with the shuffle pass to Quentin Ray. He breaks free. He finds a hole. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. And I don't know if you saw that, Will, but it was a great block on the outside by number 17, I believe, Keon Smith. Just laid number 15 for Garner out and gave Quentin Ray the open running room to the end zone.
I honestly have no idea what just happened during that play. I just saw a man with the ball run into the end zone.
David, he was in shotgun, and it was just kind of a touch and kind of pass thing. It was just a shuffle pass to Quentin Ray, and he just took off to the end zone. So great design play as the field goal tacks on the extra point. Middle Creek up now 21-14 with 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
And I'm thinking this is exactly how Middle Creek wanted to start the second quarter. Getting the crowd re-pumped up, silencing Garner, making Garner respond to them, not having to come from behind. And I'm just going to share some quick stats from the first half. Middle Creek's total offense in the first quarter. They had 148 yards, 1 touchdown, and a turnover. In the second quarter, they really turned things around. They had 296 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 turnover. I'm sorry, 1 touchdown and 1 turnover. Garner on the other side of the sideline had 143 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, they had 224 total yards and 1 touchdown as well. So certainly a lot of yards in this game, and it's only been half of the game so far.
Yeah, I didn't catch how many passing yards, but I know last week over at Fuquay, David had 257 passing yards. So, you know, we definitely want to see him rack up some yards tonight.
Yeah, and you know, I really feel like David has taken over this team. Like, I really feel like there was a leadership role in David. Last year, I kind of felt like he wasn't certain of himself. He wasn't ready to take over the offense, but I think this year, especially, he's been able to command his offense, and it's really been working out for him. He's really under control, and he knows what he's doing.
It's number 2 for Garner. Tries to push up the field, just makes it to the 30-yard line where he's tackled. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Yeah, David last year, he was a junior. He was actually in front of senior Sal Salvarez. So, you know, he could have been kind of shy, timid about taking a spot from a senior. But this year, he's a senior, so he's definitely his leadership has definitely improved. Garner lines up in the I formation, pitch to the outside. And he's going nowhere, just hits a brick wall, gain of about 5 yards.
And that's another one of those shuffle passes that Garner's been running seemingly all night. It's been working so far. I mean, they'll get some that break free for large gains, but they haven't been able to get solid yardage out of almost all of the plays.
Deep pass just falls into the Bermuda Triangle, as we say in baseball. Nobody can catch it. Definitely a good opportunity for an interception. Just the secondary didn't pick up the ball.
Yeah, and some quick scores over around the triangle. It's 20-7 Holly Springs over Panther Creek, and Pinecrest 20-15 over Reagan.
3rd and 4 for the Trojans on the 36-yard line. Definitely looking to pass here. Middle Creek getting loud, students getting loud, trying to break up the offense. Short pass, caught, and it's going to be tackled at the 53-yard line for the first down for the Trojans.
Yeah, what I've noticed, most of Middle Creek's problems have been the inability to tackle whoever has the ball on their first try. It seems like they've been able to break huge numbers of tackles, 1, 2, sometimes even 3 in one play, and I think that they haven't really improved on it much after that last play.
I formation once again for the Trojans. Quick handoff to the fullback. He looks for room, and he's going to be tackled. Looks good enough for the first down.
But, you know, Garner's done a great job of mixing up plays. They have been using that pitch and that handoff a lot, but sometimes they're giving it to the fullback. Last quarter, they ran a reverse, the quick outside passes, and occasionally they'll throw that ball deep, but for the most part, it's been short handoffs, as you see there.
Fullback takes it again for a gain of 6 yards. Yeah, that can definitely throw off a defense when you mix plays up, run, and in the pass. You know, they go deep a lot, but yeah, the short pass is definitely working for the Trojans tonight.
Yeah, and this is something new for the Trojans because, as I said earlier, they absolutely have obliterated every team they've played so far this year. So 21-14 in third quarter is probably a wake-up surprise, especially since they're losing.
That handoff went nowhere. 3rd and 2 for the Trojans on the 29-yard line. Thomas Hartshorn on the tackle. With 3rd and 2, do you think they're going to pass or run here?
I'm thinking they're going to run just because of the short yardage success they've had.
It's a fake pitch, handoff to the fullback, and he's tackled quickly by the D-line. What's maybe of a loss of yards there. We'll see what the scoreboard says. But great defense by the Mustangs. They picked that play up really quick, and the fullback, number 32 for the Trojans, went nowhere. And in fact, it was a loss of 1, so 4th and 3rd, and they're going to go for it, yeah. And it's definitely too far for a field goal, and a punt is kind of no option. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Garner. They probably going to draw up a play to catch the Mustangs off guard. The ref's holding a flag.
I saw a flag fly onto the field. They might have changed their minds about that. I'm not sure.
All right, with this timeout, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Sports Block. Stay tuned. And we're back. And on that last play, there was no flag. It was waved off after the play. So 4th and 3rd once again for the Trojans. We'll see what they do. shotgun formation. Maybe looks like we're going to pass. He drops back, rolls out, looks to run, gets a first down and more, and runs out of bounds. And looks like we have an injured Mustang on the field.
Real quick, we'd like to thank our sponsor, the Performance Academy. It's home to Middle Creek athletic trainer Bill Berniston. If you're interested in improving your speed, agility, quickness, flexibility, or strength, the Performance Academy is for you. Remember, the Performance Academy, work hard, be great.
With the injury on the field, we're going to take another break. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. And we're back. Injured Mustang is number 22, Marcus Bullock. He is going to walk off the field on his own power, so he'll sit out for a couple plays and get back out there because he's a strong secondary player. So we definitely don't want to lose him this game. 1st and 10 for the Trojans on the 18-yard line. Run. Goes nowhere. Tackled by number 67 for the Mustangs. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Trojans. It's Tyler Smith on the tackle.
And real quick, all the Mustang football players have asked me to thank Fairview Baptist Church for providing them with pregame meals. I know they really appreciate it.
Fake pitch, rolls out, pump fakes, and is tackled. Gain of about 4. So it looks like it's going to be maybe 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5 for the Trojans on the 13-yard line. Mustangs really need a big defensive stop here. You know, their red zone defense has been a little 50-50 tonight. You know, they've had some big stops, but then some lacks in their coverage. And that was definitely a big stop. But it looks like we have another injury. Thomas Hartshorn down on the field. The training staff is going to get out there and see what happened to him.
And with that injury, Triangle Orthopedics visit their new location in Apex, so check them out on the web at triangleortho.com. Again, that's triangleortho.com.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Sports Block. Stay tuned.
blanket tent.
And we're back with the sports block. Thomas Hartshorn is going to be helped off the field by Coach Smith, our lovely athletic trainer here at the Creek. It's 4th and 3rd for the Trojans. They're going to go for it here. Creek Crazies making as much noise as they can, trying to disrupt the offense.
And I'm not sure I agree with the decision by the Trojans to go for it here after they didn't get in last time. And that's going to be no flag again from the...
Yeah, he threw it, but then picked it up and waved it off, so not sure why. He was giving an explanation to Coach Castellano, but unfortunately we don't have that up here. So once again, 4th and 3. Definitely a risky play here. Looks like they're gonna run a wildcat, and it's gonna work for a first down. I believe he got enough. And it is a first down for the Trojans. You know that. We have a scoring update. Cary is up 31-0 against Apex. Kind of a blowout there. And once again, we have another injury for the Mustangs, so we're going to take a quick break. We're watching the Sports Block. Number 12, Jacob Pearl, with the injury, walking off on his own power. You know, not sure what all these injuries are about.
I think the players are just getting shaken up because some of them seem to be limping or gimping off the field. They looks like they're just getting the breath knocked out of them.
1st and goal for the Trojans. They look to pass to the corner with nobody there. It's kind of a smart decision by the quarterback for the Trojans. And Castellano wants a flag for an intentional grounding, but he's not going to get it. Brings up 2nd and goal on the 6-yard line for the Trojans. And defense really had their spots covered on that play. The only option was to throw it in the back of the end zone.
And at this time, the Stampede Club would like to thank Kenneth West, Inc. for their sponsorship, providing site development for residential and commercial construction.
Trojans look to run, nothing going. Number 47, Marquise Hollywood Ward on the tackle, bringing up 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for the Trojans. Score still 21-14 in favor of the Mustangs with about 4.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Garner lines up in a shotgun formation. Probably looking to pass here. And they do. Steps back, looks to the middle, pass tipped.
And there are
incomplete,
flags on the play.
Plethora of flags on the play. Holding on the Trojans. That's going to bring them back 4th and 11. And we'll probably see the special teams unit for the Trojans. If not, very, very risky call by the coaching staff. You know, I've seen their kicker on kickoffs really has a good foot. So, you know, from my point of view, he's got the boot to make it from here. 4th and goal for the Trojans. And I'm not sure if the special teams, yes it is, and we see number 41 coming on to try the 3-point conversion.
So far, he's been 2 for 2 on his extra point attempts so far.
Creek Crazy's getting loud. You know, this is the point of the game where they need to be as loud as they can be. Really disrupt the offense for the Trojans.
And there seems to be another injured player in the corner of the end zone. I can't quite see who's in the corner there.
Looks like a Garner player, but still a definite concern. So the Mustangs are actually going to take advantage of this and make some substitutions. We got Khalil Thompson coming off the field.
And real quick, the Stampede Club would like to thank FastMed Urgent Care for their sponsorship. Visit the FastMed Clinic at 1010 Road and Kildare Farm Road.
We got number 33, Matt Veterosa, coming into the game, trying to get some speed in there, try to block this punt or field goal. Sorry. We'll wait to see who the injured Trojan is on the field. Looks like number 5 for the Trojans. Maybe an ankle injury. He's limping around, so we'll see. 4th and 6 for the Trojans. Their 3-point field goal. Now, how big would a blocked field goal be right now for the Mustangs?
I'm thinking it would be huge. 2 stops in a row with Garner threatening in the end zone.
It'll definitely get the student section fired up. Kick is no. It was just a bad kick by the kicker. Looks like he got his foot caught up in the ground before he kicked the ball, and he had no choice but to just kick it in the back of his lineman. And there's that stop we were talking about. That's huge for the Mustangs. They're going to get the ball on the 6-yard line, though. They're kind of back in their end zone. So we'll see how they can work out of this.
So I'm not exactly a football expert, but in that situation, would it have been better just to fall on the ball or to go ahead and kick it like he did?
I think either way the ball would still be placed at the 6-yard line. David Salmon connects with number 15, Gabe Cooper, who looks to be a little shaken up on the play. He's going to limp off to the sidelines. Number 11, Demetrius Wilkins, is going to sub in for him. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Handoff to Devon Johnson, gain of about 2 yards.
Did I see a fumble on that play?
Yeah, I think there was a fumble, so I think Middle Creek, now Garner recovered the ball, but the offense is standing around. They thought the play was over, and the refs are talking about it, so we'll see. And in fact, it was a fumble. They're going to call it a fumble. So it's going to turn the ball over to the Trojans. They have a 1st down on their own 30-yard line. First and 10 for the Trojans. I formation. Handoff to the running back. He's going to get to the outside. And a great open field tackle by number 10, Terrence White, for the Mustangs. You know, sometimes it's that tackle right there. He just laid his body out and went for his legs. It's the best thing to do.
And
another injury, yeah.
And that's what, a Garner player?
No, that's a Mustang out there. We're going to take another break. You're watching the Sports Block. We'll be right back.
And you're back with the Sports Block. Real quick, the Stampede Club would like to thank Walton Orthodontics for supporting the Middle Creek student athletes with their sponsorship. Visit their website at waltonorthodontics.com.
Inside handoff. It's going to be a touchdown for the Trojans. You know, it's sad to say, but that was a great play call coming out of the injury. You know, Middle Creek's defense looked kind of asleep on that play. Just a big hole to run through. So that's going to make the score 21-20. We'll await the extra point.
And, you know, there really is some excitement on both sides of the field. Going back and forth like this, it really makes the game unpredictable.
Kick is no good. The kick is no good. So Middle Creek will hold the 1-point lead. And that could be the turning point of the game right there. That 1 point might come back and haunt them. So with about 3 minutes left in the third, Middle Creek up 21-20. That's a big motivator for our offense too. If the you know, it wasn't much of a disruption. It was just the kicker shanked it, hit it off the side of his foot. But definitely a big motivator for the offense.
The Stampede Club would like to thank Southwick Oral Surgery and Dental Implants Group for sponsoring our Middle Creek Mustang athletes. For more information, check out their website, www.southwickoralsurgery.com, or stop by one of their offices located in Fuquay, Varina, or Cary.
Little squib kick is gonna get in the back of the end zone for a touchback. And there, like I said, that number 41 for the Trojans has got a great leg, great kicker.
Yeah, he doesn't put much hang time on the ball. I think he's aiming for the end zone for the touchback. And, you know, not a bad strategy. Having your opponent start on the 20-yard line is a lot better than having them, you know, run upfield for extra gain.
You know, we saw David back there last play through a 20-yard pass, but this time we're going to run. Devon Johnson gets a gain of about 10 yards. And to bring up second down for the Mustangs, 2nd and 4. Another handoff to Johnson. He finds a big hole. He's got a great block by Burnson, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Devon Johnson is, you know, he's taken on the running game for the Mustangs tonight, and we usually see Nayland Lopez back there. You know, I've seen him back there for a couple plays. He's actually in right now, But Devon Johnson's just a big powerhouse back there. The handoff to Lopez.
That is a face mask.
That was definitely a face mask. Everyone noticed it, but the refs, coaching staff. His from here it looks like his neck is bent back.
That was clear neck movement, and that's usually what the refs go off of, is the jerking of the head. And I honestly do not know how they did not see that.
Run got him a gain of 5. Another handoff. He's just going to keep pushing his way forward. Nayland Lopez once again gains about 4 yards, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs. With this 1-point lead, they definitely want to keep running the ball like they are and waste some time. Looks like they're going to call an audible. Probably looking to pass here. Handoff to Lopez. He's going to be stopped. Don't think he got enough. He's 1 yard short. 4th and 1. And they definitely have to go for it now.
Yeah, I would imagine with Coach Castellano's aggressive coaching style, as you've seen earlier in the game with the attempted onside kick, he's going to go for it here.
And, oh man, Devon Johnson gets tripped up. If he missed that one tackle, he would have had the first down and more. But he just got, I don't know, it looks like the defender just laid out and got a hand on his foot and tripped him up.
Yeah, and it looks like this is going to be a huge turning point for Garner, getting the ball back and only down by 1 now. And
fake pitch, wide open, receiver finally tackled. A good gain. We have a Tri-9 scoring update. Lee County leads Fuquay 17-14. The Yellow Jackets have lost 6 straight years to Fuquay Bengals, so it's definitely big for them to be up right now. And a quick handoff to the fullback as he just powers through. Another big gain for the Trojans. And like you said, they do a great job of switching up plays. They'll, they throw a pitch and then that inside handoff really confuses the defense. It kind of reminds me of Georgia Tech's offense. Of course they run the triple option, but this is kind of their own triple option. They have many different ways to run the ball. And another pitch, gain of about 6 yards, 6 or 7 yards.
And you have to wonder, should they score if they're going to go for the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a big decision for the coaching staff after missing that last extra point. Clock's winding down for the 3rd quarter. Mustangs still hold a 1-point lead. Another handoff to the fullback. And looks like he's going to get enough for the first down. So the clock will stop momentarily while they move the chains. With 7 seconds left. It's having the lead at halftime is a big thing, but you definitely want the lead in the 4th quarter. And it's a big motivator to start the last quarter of the game. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. Actually, it's the end of the quarter. So Mustangs are leading 21-20, headed into the 4th.
And we're going to go down to Kelsey Barbario on the sideline for a quick sideline report.
The Mustangs got their first lead this quarter with a 2-play, 64-yard touchdown after a great stop on defense. Principal Martin said that we got our jitters out and are ready to take the second half. Middle Creek got very lucky with Garner's missed field goal and needs to bring this energy to the 4th quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Kelsey. And that's going to end the 3rd quarter. And we're going to take a quick break here at the Sports Block. You guys stay tuned. And we're back with the Sports Block. In case you just joined us, Middle Creek is leading Fuquay 21-0, or 21-20. Oh my God, what game am I at?
We're playing Garner today.
21-20, Middle Creek over Garner. And Garner is threatening right now as they are on Middle Creek's 7-yard line.
First and goal for the Trojans. Handoff. Looks to be just short of the end zone. Gain of about 3 yards.
The Stampede Club would like to thank our sponsors, Weatherall Engineering, providing transportation planning, site design, and other engineering services. Visit them online at weatheralleng.com.
And this is definitely another time where the Mustangs need to come up with a big red zone stop. Pitch to the outside, and he gets into the end zone for another touchdown. And that fumble really cost him. That was probably the turning point of the game so far.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Now the big choice that the Garner coaches are going to have to make is, do they want to go for the 2-point conversion?
And I think they are. I think they are going to go for 2.
And I'm going to have to agree with the call. The kicking has not been on point tonight, and they do need the 2 points rather badly with the way this game's been going in terms of back and forth. So see how this goes here.
And we're going to get a timeout from Garner. And with that timeout, we're going to take a break. You're watching the Sports Block. We'll be right back.
And we're back with the Sports Block. Real quick, we'd like to thank Spielberg Orthodontics for their Stampede Club sponsorship. Visit them at the Apex Professional Park or online at www.spielberg-ortho.com.
So we're going to see how this 2-point conversion pans out. You know, we were just talking up here how big of a deal it would be if they missed. You know, I think definitely if they miss here and Middle Creek comes back and scores next drive. And it's just through the hands of the receiver, so they do miss the 2-point conversion. So, I mean, definitely a bad choice. You know, you can never tell when you call the play how it's going to work out, but, you know, I think the coaching staff is regretting it now.
Yeah, you know, I think that the 2-point conversion was the right idea. I do think they should have gone with that pitch they've been running all night. And, you know, the passing play, the guy was wide open. He just didn't catch the ball. So I don't think that's really on the coaching staff. I think that's just execution from the offense.
You know, it's always a hard call for the coaches to make. You know, they have to have faith in their kicker, but, you know, his game really hasn't been on tonight. Definitely, we got Johnson and Lopez back to return, our 2 big running backs. So, you know, if they get a chance to run it back, they're definitely going to take the opportunity and try to take it to the house.
And just real quick, some stats from the third quarter from Garner. They ran 57 plays for 368 yards. That is huge, allowing almost 400 yards in one quarter. That's
wow.
Defense, I mean, obviously we didn't let this game get too out of hand, but that's a lot of yardage.
So that kick just through the hands of Nayland Lopez for a touchback. I've seen, 3, maybe 4 different times where he's gotten a hand on it. He definitely wants to run one back, but all of them have been called for touchbacks. And that pass just off the mark. David could not connect.
Yeah, and watching pregame warm-ups, I noticed a lot of the when our kicker would punt the ball away, and you'd have the receivers, practicing catching the ball and running with it. I really did have a hard time catching the ball, just plain and simple. So that might be an ongoing problem in the Mustang special teams.
And Salmon finds number 9, Jeff Sladek. He's tackled immediately. Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Mustangs. Salmon drops back to pass. Looks for a receiver, and it's incomplete just through the hands of Bernston.
And that's going to make it 4th and 12. And with that deep into their own territory, I imagine they're going to punt it here.
Yeah, they definitely have to punt here. You cannot, if they go for it and miss it, Garner gets the ball on their own 13-yard line. And we definitely don't want them to score again, with a lapse of choice by the Mustangs. So we will bring on the kicking unit. Good snap. Punt is away. Oh, good punt. Number 2 is going to take off down the sidelines. And I don't think there's any stopping him. He's going to take it to the end zone for a touchdown. And it looks like we have another injured Mustang. Number 15, I believe, Gabe Cooper. And we have a final score update. Athens Drive 24 and Green Hope 20. So the Jaguars from Athens Drive beat Green Hope tonight. So that's a good try-9 win for them. But we do have an injury on the field.
The Stampede Club would like to thank Releve Dancewear for their sponsorship. Check out Releve in Cary or online at relevedancewear.com for your dance, cheer, gymnastics, or activewear needs.
And Gabe Cooper's going to walk off the field on his own power, probably once again just shaken up. So they will call on the field goal unit, not going for 2 here. They don't need to up 2 touchdowns now. The kick is up, and it's good, giving the Trojans a 33-21 lead with 10.5 minutes left to go in the game.
Yeah, and just a quick comparison from the 3rd quarter, I said Garner had 57 total plays for 368 total yards. Comparatively, according to this sheet, Middle Creek only had 10 plays for 125 yards. It's just Garner's overpowering us right now, it seems like.
Yeah, big comparison.
The Mustangs would like to thank sponsor Crooked Creek Golf Club, the Mustangs home for golf. Visit them online at playcrookedcreek.com.
So maybe the 2-point conversion, they weren't too worried about it, as they didn't take any plays to get another touchdown.
Yeah, they are down. It's a 2-possession game, and since they're down by 12, Middle Creek is going to need 2 touchdowns either way, had they gone for the extra point or 2-point or not.
So this kick looks to be returnable. Nayland Lopez gets the ball, and there's a fumble, and Garner recovers, I believe. Yes, they do. The Trojans recover. And Nayland is just beside himself right now. He cannot believe he just fumbled the ball.
this game has taken a sharp turn for the worse for the Mustangs.
They definitely have to keep their heads up. They can't let that one play ruin the whole game for them. I mean, there's still 10.5 minutes left, so I mean, definitely enough time. And if they can come out with a big stop here, they have enough time to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not out of reach, but it's certainly not looking great right now.
Pitch to the outside. It's going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like a yard short, maybe. Haven't gotten the official signal yet. To me, it looked like he got pushed out a yard short of the first down. And he did. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for the Trojans. You know, I really think if the Mustang defense can stop that run, they can be really successful right here. Inside handoff to the fullback. It's going to get enough for the first down. And a "We Can't Hear You" chant by the Blue Crew from across the field. You know, the Creek Crazies never get down, so they're going to answer that right back, trying to get their team pumped up. And it seemed to work. Only a gain of about 2 on that run. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Marquise Ward on the tackle. And we saw him down with a big injury in the 3rd quarter, so he's definitely gotten back out there and not let the injury shake him up at all. Handoff. And no signal yet, but there it is, a touchdown for the Trojans. And yeah, I think this game's getting a little out of hand.
Pending the extra point, they're going to be down by 19, and that's 3 touchdowns in a matter of 9 minutes.
And it looks like they're going for 2 to put them up 21. And it's no good. They do not convert. So the Trojans now up 39-21 with 9.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You know, it's all based off turnovers. You know, Middle Creek just needs to limit the turnovers, and really they'll be fine.
Yeah, you know, they've had quite a few, and they've all been untimely, it seems like. Definitely something they need to work on. The Stampede Club would like to thank the University Dental Associates for sponsoring Middle Creek student athletes at the thoroughbred level this year. Be sure to check out their website at www.udadentistry.com to visit the location nearest you.
And another long kick through the hands of Lopez once again for a touchback. And a Try-9 scoring update for you guys. Cary leading Apex 45-7 with 4.5 minutes left to go in the game. So definitely a blowout over there. So that touchback will bring the Mustangs offense out to the 20-yard line, where they will start their first drive. Salmon drops back, looks to pass. Pass is incomplete. Jay Schuler was a receiver Salmon was trying to connect with. Just could not catch the pass right through his hands. And those are the plays that really come back to haunt you. You know, if you have a passing play that can get you a first down, just like that one, it's just mental mistakes that David's making. He needs to look for the open man instead of, a top receiver.
Yeah, and right now the offense just looks absolutely deflated.
3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. David drops back to pass. Looks to go, and incomplete. Looking for a pass interference, and no flag on the play. Definitely looked like a pass interference from up here, and you hear it from the fans. So a 3 and out by the Mustangs. Force the punt. That could have been a big play right there. Even if the flag was thrown, they would have gotten the first down and a new set of downs for them to work with.
And there's going to be a flag.
Delay a game on the Mustangs, so it's going to bring them back 5 yards.
The Stampede Club would like to thank our thoroughbred sponsor, Ruckus Pizza, located in Cary's New Tryon Woods Shopping Center. Visit them online at ruckuspizza.com.
And another flag's going to be thrown. False start on the Mustangs. They're just beating themselves up right now with all these penalties. They're backing up even farther now. Even with a really good punt, Garner's still going to get the ball on maybe the 40, 35 yard line. Kick is sky high. It's going to go out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So, maybe that wasn't the worst thing that could happen right there. Last play, Garner's return man took it back to the end zone. So maybe just kicking it out of bounds is probably the best thing to do right now.
Yeah, a little bit of damage control.
It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 for the Trojans, working from their own 40-yard line. About 9 minutes left to go in the game. Garner's still up 39-21. It's a handoff. Finds a big hole and looks to get enough for the first down. Like I said just a minute ago, if the Mustangs can stop their running game, they will have success on defense, because we've seen the last 2 2-point conversions where the Trojans passed, they didn't catch the ball. So I'm not saying it's going to happen on every play, but if they can stop the run and force the Trojans to pass, then they definitely will have some success there. I formation once again for the Trojans. Another handoff. He's going to be tackled. To me, that's too many guys needed to make a tackle.
Yeah, and that's been happening all night, where one person has seldom been able to make their own tackle. There's always been 2 or 3 people that have been needed to tackle these Garner players.
And a little scuffle on the field. Looked to be maybe a little injury, but nothing coming out of there. From up here, definitely looked like it was started by Garner. Our player just retaliated, which definitely does not need to happen at all. We want to keep this game as clean as possible. So 2nd and 11 coming up for the Trojans. Handoff to the fullback, number 20. Gets stopped, gain of about 2 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for the Trojans.
The Hendrick Carry Auto Mall proudly supports the Mustangs. Check out the Triangle's largest inventory of new Buicks, GMCs, Cadillacs, Chevrolets, Dodges, Fiats, Kias, and over 5,000 pre-owned vehicles. All can be found online at www.carryautomall.com. The Hendrick Carry Auto Mall, conveniently located within minutes of anywhere in the Triangle.
And Garner just getting the snap off in time. Hits the outside run. It's going to be forced out of bounds, but good enough for the 1st down. You know, to me, it just seems like Garner's running the same run play every single time. You would think that the Mustangs would pick up on it.
You would definitely think so, and I'm sure they've run this play in other games. I'd imagine they had to have at least seen this on film, practice it, and, well, practice. I mean, I don't see... I mean, if it's a good running game, it's a good running game, but they seem to just keep running the same play over and over again, and we keep doing the same things.
And the inside handoff to the fullback. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. Gain of 4 on the play. And once again, Garner's threatening again. You know, working their way into the red zone. Another handoff is going to be another touchdown for Garner.
And I hate to say it, Kevin, but I'm thinking this game's a little bit out of reach for the Mustangs now. There's no encouragement. There's no positive thoughts coming from that Mustang sideline right now, and I'm afraid this might be the end of them for this game.
Kick is up, and it's good.
And with that extra point, we're going to go down to Kelsey Barbario on the sidelines.
After several unfortunate plays, Middle Creek is in desperate need of a comeback. The Mustangs have only had the ball for 1 minute the entire 2nd half. The offense needs to regain their drive if they want to win this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Kelsey. And really, 1 minute this entire, did she say half?
Yeah, I think she said half.
That is...
that's unreal.
I don't understand. And you know, but the scoreboard shows it.
Yeah, it says it all.
How many unanswered points has Garner put up?
3 touchdowns worth.
Just offense just completely has shut down. Defense seems to have given up. It's not the Mustangs' best game, as looks like there's quite a few people leaving the Creek Crazy section trying to avoid the traffic, because I think they know as well as most people that this game's pretty unlikely to change in terms of outcome.
And Lopez not even going to try to catch that one, just letting it go to the back of the end zone for another touchback. You know, there was so much leading up to this game. You know, I'm sure both schools had a lot of faith in their team. You know, I know a lot of stuff went around school today. You know, we were really trying to get our team into the game, but like you said, there's just no encouragement on the sidelines. They really need to step up. And David's going to be sacked, but a flag's going to be thrown. So we'll see what the call is.
And it looks like David's shaking up on that play.
And with that injury, we're going to have a scoring update. Carey, 45 over Apex with only 7 points tonight. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Sports Block.
And we're back with the Sports Block. David Simon a little shaken up after the play and seems to be limping off the field, but under his own will. Definitely a scary moment for the Mustangs, because I feel like if David goes down, so does the rest of the team. He's such a leadership position that he needs to be out there on the field.
An incomplete pass for the Mustangs. We have a scoring update from the Holly Springs Panther Creek game. Holly Springs prevails tonight in overtime, beating Panther Creek 23-20.
And filling in for him is number 23, Brant Gristle.
Handoff to Johnson. He stays on his feet and works his way up the field. Great run by Johnson. Gain of 20 yards, looks like. Great run by him. 5 minutes and 3 touchdowns. I mean, it's not impossible because we just saw Garner do it, but they need more big plays like that. Gressel drops back to pass. And he's going to take it himself and run, just getting back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a quick reminder that Crystal Palace and Jersey Mike's are the main sponsors for tonight. Big shout out to them.
And taking a look at David, he's he's out there talking to the training staff, walking around. It looks to be fine. He's going to put his helmet back on and try to get back into the game. And a flag down on the field as that pass just goes over the head of number 8, Jay Schuler.
Pass to Schuler is incomplete. Flag on the play.
And he had the touchdown right there, had that not been overthrown.
And we've got a false start on the Mustangs. And looks like David's going to come back into the game. It's good to see him back. Definitely a scary moment when your quarterback goes down. So we're going to have a 2nd and 13. Salmon drops back, looks to pass. He's got Schuler open. And we're going to get a pass interference.
And it's about time,
yeah,
with 4 minutes left in the game, that they decided for a flag on a pass interference call.
If we could have had that 10 minutes ago, that would have been big.
Would have been huge.
Yeah. It would have avoided 2 fumbles. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know for sure.
But with that flag, it is going to give the Mustangs a first down. So they do have a fresh set of downs to work with. And it's just as good as a catch in my eyes.
And then this late into the game with the current situation, I don't think it does much good either way.
David drops back once again. Looks for Schuler. And just out of his hands. Man, that might have been a touchdown too.
Yeah, everybody just looks so deflated on the field, on the sideline. There's no energy.
David looks for Quentin Ray and overthrows him. Incomplete pass. You know, it's pretty much going to be the offensive strategy for the rest of the game is passing. I mean, because really with 4 minutes left, you're not going to get anywhere with the run. David finds Cooper for the reception. Gain of 6 yards, maybe 7 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. You know, I mean, even if it's just a short gain, you know, that's something that the sideline needs to take notice to and, you know, get some energy back in them and get back into this game. So 4th and 1 for Middle Creek. They're going to go for it. And number 9, Jeff Sladek, passes complete, and it's going to give the Mustangs another 1st down. And I think they're going to switch to the hurry-up offense here. David looking for an open receiver. Finds Wilkins, bobbles the ball, but catches it. And he gets a 1st down and more. Can't see if he got out of bounds to stop the clock. But the offensive passing game is definitely clicking right now. You know, it's a little too little, too late kind of thing. But I mean, they're definitely clicking. As another pass is complete.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is really on David or the passing game or even the running game. It's been on fumbles, turnovers, and I think especially defense. Defense was, I think, a huge letdown tonight.
And Gabe Cooper gets into the end zone, cutting the lead back to 2 touchdowns. So we'll definitely see a 2-point conversion. So with this 2-point conversion, you know, are you expecting an onside kick?
I don't think there's much other option.
There's really no choice. And a Tri-9 scoring update. Lee County beats Fuquay Varina 37-14, and that snaps the 6-year losing streak for the Yellow Jackets. And David looks, finds Johnson, who gets in. Wow, what a catch! Did you see that?
That was quite a catch.
One-handed grab, you know, just buries it in his chest and comes up with the catch.
Hey, it's 21, but we just got 2 points. It should be 29.
So, you know, it always seems to be that the big plays come when they don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely matters, but it's just such a 3 touchdown is very hard to come back from.
The Stampede Club would like to thank the Crystal Palace for their sponsorship and their support for the MCHS student athletes. Check out the Crystal Palace Asian Fusion Buffet and Catering on their website at crystalpalacebuffet.com.
And with about 3 minutes left in this game, Middle Creek, with that score, cuts the lead to 46-29 in favor of Garner. You know, as we say, it's just those turnovers that really killed us tonight. You know, it's definitely not over by any means, but you know, Middle Creek definitely has to play flawless from here to the end of the game.
Yeah, and I think it's really going to matter if they get this onside kick right here, which they will obviously be doing.
And yeah, so far this season we've seen 2 onside kicks, and both of them have not been successful. So we'll see if we can get this down. And no, it's recovered by Garner. I think Chris just he didn't get a good foot on the ball.
Yeah, he didn't give his team much of any chance to recover that. And with that, I'm thinking Garner's just gonna run the ball,
Yeah, run the
clock
ball
out, and end this game.
I mean, I guess the best we can hope for is a fumble, because they're definitely not going to pass the ball and risk an interception. And as successful as their running game is, they're not gonna. They're definitely going to run that. So as Middle Creek takes a timeout, we are going to take a break up here. You're watching the Sports Block. We'll be right back.
Back with the Sports Block. 3 minutes left to go in this game. Garner leads 46-29 over the Mustangs, and Garner has possession of the ball. They're probably just going to run the clock out, and that's going to be the game.
And a trip up by number 41. Sorry, 44 for the Mustangs. Matt Marino on the tackle. And, you know, I don't think, you know, Garner's the team that's going to let off the gas right here. They're definitely going to look to score and put the pressure back on the Mustangs. And they do run once again. Good enough for the first down. And that's just going to run more time off the clock. So first down from their own 44-yard line. Clock continues to run. And, you know, I can safely say that this game is over. And another run. Can't get him down. And he's going to be tackled just shy of the end zone. And Marquise Ward is hobbling off the field. Maybe just tweaked an ankle. He did get a hard block on him, so he's just going to try to run it out, maybe a cramp or something. So with a minute and a half left in the game, Garner's still leading 46 to Middle Creek's 29. And Garner's going to have a 1st and goal. And I don't think they're going to show any mercy. They're definitely going to try to score.
And I'm pretty sure this is Garner's 4th consecutive week scoring 40 points or more. So they are just an offensive powerhouse, as you've seen here.
Handoff to the fullback. It's not going to be taken down easily. And the clock continues to wind down with 40 seconds left in the game. Clock's still running, and you know, they don't even have to run a play here, as the game clock will be more than a delay clock. So Garner will come out of today's game victorious, winning 46-29. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some post-game stats.
And we're back with the sports block. I think if you had to choose one word to describe this game, it would be turnovers. Middle Creek just gave up way too many turnovers at too many inopportune times, and that really did them in at the end. You know, they were tied going into half, came out of the half, scored first, and just from there, just went all downhill. It was all Garner. 3 touchdowns unanswered. It was just, Middle Creek fell apart, and I don't think there's really much to describe it other than turnovers. Next week, Middle Creek will be playing Lee County at home. There will be support from the student section. Hopefully they're going to come out motivated, inflated, just ready to go, shake this week off. Garner obviously has a great team this year, so it's not like this was a terrible loss. It was a great fought game into the half, but into the end, it just, like I said, fell apart. Another huge factor was the time of possession. Middle Creek had such a low time of possession compared to Garner. I think Kelsey, at around midway through the 4th quarter, said that Middle Creek had, in total, that entire half, 1 minute time of possession. I mean, I'm no football genius, but that is not good.
No, not at all.
Never something that you should aim for. And I think Coach Castellano is going to have to talk with his team, see what they want to do, and move forward, because this was not a pretty loss for the Mustangs. And
but you do have to remember that Garner's non-conference, so it's not a huge deal that we lost tonight. So, I mean, we just need to come back next week, forget that this week even happened, come back next week and win a conference game. You know, that's the ultimate goal, is to win conference. So,
yeah, definitely. And that's going to do it here, folks, from Will Giddis and Kevin Brunson here at the Sports Block. We're going to say goodnight. So good night.